thought I'd know better, better. Ooh, no one ever told me when I was alone. They just thought I'd know better, better. The hardest part, this trouble. Whoa, oh, we get carried away there, man. I know GNR will probably get sued or something. I don't know. Great band though. I love them. Axl's awesome. Hey, yeah, I know I haven't been on here a long time, and the hardest part about it is, getting time to get on here. Anyway, a little late with this video, and I know a lot of people wanted to see it. At least 3 people that I know of wanted to see this video. Maybe 4. Anyway, this is the Afterfight Afterthought for the Vitali Klitschko Tomasz Adamek fight. And that happened on September 10th, almost a week ago. I'm kind of behind the times. I know I'm dropping the ball. Sorry. Anyway, in these, I go over the before, the during, and the after fight for both fighters. And I'll start out with the after fight, which is the winner of the fight, which is Vitali Klitschko, and then I will go over to the afterthought, which is the loser of the fighter, Tomasz Adamek. So, going over to Vitali Klitschko, coming into this fight, again, questions about his age. Is he too old? Can he continue to keep up this pace, fighting the younger fighters, and do it? Oh, he was losing it a little bit in the Solis fight, or at least that's what people want you to believe. Solis was getting to him till he got broke his leg. Anyway, when you're looking at that, can he handle the smaller, quicker fighters now? And then you look at him and he looked freakishly fit at the weigh-in. Dude looked 10 years younger, man. And I don't mean that in a, hey, I just juiced my way up and gained 40 pounds, look. He looked a little less on him, looked a little more cut, looked like he really devoted himself to this fight because he wanted to make an impressive showing. Over to Tomasz Adamek, this is obviously, he's the smaller, faster, quicker, younger, blah, blah fighter out there. And he's going through the fighters they put in front of him. And he's 44-1, coming into this fight. And he's the incredible growing man himself. I mean, he started at light heavy, and then he went to the cruiserweight. Now he's up to the Klitschko division, And will he be able to handle the power from Vitali? He's never been hit this hard before in his life. Does he truly have heavyweight size? You can put the weight on. Anybody can put the weight on. But if you're not natural at it, can you handle the size? And a lot of people have trouble with that. His D's not the greatest. Can he get inside and break down the old man? He looked about 5 pounds too heavy at the weigh-in. But I know what you're saying. You ain't walking around with no six-pack. Okay, I'm also not a professional fighter fighting for a world title either. Okay? So, they go in, and now here's where my little round by round, or the fight goes. As soon as this happened, you realize Ivan Drago isn't as big as Vitali Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh my god. Vitali's really big. And the second thing is you wonder, did Tomasz Adamek stand on one of those little footstool things when they were at the weigh-in? Because the size difference was a lot more than you saw at the weigh-in when they actually got in the ring. You were like, oh, yeah, that's right, he is 6'7". That kind of deal. And anyway, they get in there. There's a feeling out. Jabs right to the body by Vitali. Pretty much that whole round was Vitali jabbing and Adamek eating shots. Getting hit solidly, and that was I had that a 10-9 round for Klitschko. In the second round, basically more of the same. There's Adamek landing occasional jabs, 1-2s by Adamek, but all of a sudden, the double jabs by Klitschko, right by Klitschko, you can see Adamek backing up and looked really hurt. He got caught by another right hand and actually buckled, and if the ropes weren't there, he would have went down. And Another right by Klitschko. Adamek was saved by those ropes. As I said, this is where you truly saw the power come into play, and you could see that Adamek didn't have it, and the writing is kind of on the wall already. I mean, those jabs were almost buckling his knees, without even needing the right hand to come in and bash him. And I actually gave that a 10-8 round for Klitschko. Well, a lot of people might not do that, and they might say, "Oh, you're jumping on the Klitschko jock again," but he dominated the round, and there was nothing that could be said about that. He was a legit domination of the round, and he almost knocked him down. Third round, pretty much the same. I mean, you had Adamek trying to do something in here, but the size, the distance, and the right hands and jabs are keeping him from doing anything. 1-2s by Klitschko, rights to the body. Adamek does land a hook in there. Again, that was a 10-9 round for Klitschko. Going into the fourth round, which in this round was by far Adamek's best round, but just because you have a good round doesn't mean you win a round. It just means you did better than the other ones. He landed a couple good shots in there. Nice 1-2s that were landing. Right by Adamek, they were trading shots. But again, the jabs by Klitschko, those right hands by Klitschko, you can see him slowly taking their toll and making their mark. The fifth round, totally controlled by Klitschko again. By jabs, right hands, hooks, by Klitschko landing. A lot of shots. You can see that the jabs are taking their toll. Adamek's face does not look normal. Well, it looks normal, but I'm saying he doesn't look like he did when he first walked in the ring. And again, that was another round for Klitschko. All 5 rounds for Klitschko. In the 6th round, like I just said, his face is looking rough, going into there. And Vitali's about to turn it up. And you can see that. And Adamek looked hurt early. And Vitali comes in there banging him, a big right by Klitschko. Adamek does go down, gets the 8 count. And, there's more jabs and hooks. And he's absolutely pounding Adamek at this point. Uppercut by Klitschko, jabs and right hands are landing. And that was a 10-8 round. And you can see right here, if the writing wasn't already on the wall, it is definitely on the wall now. Adamek, your best hope for him is to maybe get out of this without suffering severe damage, is what it's looking like. In the 7th round, again, Adamek's getting worse, and even in this round, where you could tell it seemed like Klitschko took the round off, he still landed solid shots, still landed the solid jabs, the right hands, and he controlled the round. And he took the round off, and he still was administering punishment to Adamek. He's sadistic, man. In the 8th round there, Adamek trying to turn it up. Vitali starts to land his jabs again. And Klitschko went down, man. Believe that? Of course it was because he threw his own punch and he fell. But Klitschko touched canvas. I think that's the first time Klitschko's touched canvas in like 5 years. Just saying. Been like 15, 16 fights. First time Klitschko touched canvas in a long time. Just saying. Feel me? Feel me? Anyway, Klitschko still won that round solidly. In the 9th round, totally dominating. An amazing show for Klitschko of what he was doing. I mean, Adamek was absolutely getting hammered. You gotta love his heart. You gotta love his spirit. You gotta love his will. I mean, all that stuff. I don't love his defense, though. You know what I'm saying? Love a lot of things about Adamek, but I don't love his defense. He's getting hit by a lot of shots. It's absolutely dominating. I gave it a 10-9 round. You could have scored it a 10-8 round because he dominated that round that much. Klitschko did. 10th round, again, more of the same. Domination continues. Klitschko turns it up. Whenever Klitschko decides he wants to end a fight, it happens. And he was just pounding him mercilessly. And finally, the ref decides to step in and stop the fight. And the scary thing is, and this is going into the after fight now, when you start looking at it, I mean, Klitschko's got 2-3 fights left. And whoever he fights is going to have to be somebody that's willing to get beaten pretty badly for 12 rounds, or as long as you can physically last in there, because Vitali Klitschko's not out to knock you out. He is sadistic, man, and that's what I noticed in this fight. And if you don't believe me, watch the fight again. He could have put Adamek out in the second round. He could have put him out in the sixth. He could have put him out in the seventh. There were numerous times that he could have put Adamek out of this fight, and he chose to keep him in there and beat him savagely. And you can say, oh, well, he wasn't throwing a whole lot of stuff. Those jabs were crippling. And I would love for some of you guys that are about to run your mouth, and I know you can put the little comments in. If you just let me punch you in the face with a jab, I'm a break your face, man. It's the truth, you know. I cracked orbit bones, broke noses, jab, man, and it's a devastating punch. And I don't think you realize how devastating and how damaging that can be for a career to take that kind of punishment over that many rounds. Sometimes your heart can ruin your body, and that's what we saw with like Gotti, and we saw with Ricky Hatton could take a beating. Some of these other fighters that could really take good punishment, but in the end, Tex Cobb, will eventually take you over and put you out. He's not taken any damage at all in his last 3 or 4 fights. I don't even think he's lost a round since his comeback, really. And there's really no one out there for him to fight but his brother. Over to Adamek. He's too small for the Klitschkos. He needs to forget about that. Maybe a rematch with Areola would be nice. There's a lot of good fights, but not with the Klitschkos. Fury, Povetkin, Helenius. He's got great heart. He's a tough son of a, gun. And I'm a fan of him, and I enjoy fighters with heart, and he showed that to me and everything like that. I don't think his heavyweight career is over. I just think his career at thinking he could be an actual heavyweight champion is over. So there you go. There's the Afterfight Afterthought. Hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Be my friend. Be Eduardo's friend. Personally, I think he went on vacation or something. That's why I really didn't get these vids out. And all right, this is Bigragu. I'm out.